It's that time again. It's the RX Mad Montreal Man comic book week in review. To begin with, I just wanted a little editorial on DC's new logo. Let's peel back, shall we? Okay, yeah, I know DC's trying to do marketing, and their new logo, the peeling D, but I just want to show you something real quick. Look at the old DC logo, the last one they did. Cool classic, okay? Doesn't say anything else. The new one, they actually have to put DC Comics underneath. Just for fun, I showed all the DC logos to about 20 different people recently. Told them to pick the one they thought was the best looking logo. They all picked this one. Some people asked me actually what the heck that logo was. So, it's kind of funny that Warner Brothers, the parent company of DC Comics, with their classic iconic WB, which will probably never really change, has let DC go and do that.
It's like invisible, like those clear cell strips.
It's a peeling thing.
Like
it's like
the whitening strip.
Yeah, you're peeling.
Yeah.
So one more editorial. I was asked, very good supporter of Mad Montreal Man, why I should be picking on DC Comics. So basically, let me explain to you what's going on. The first comic book I ever read was a Superman comic book. And I've always been a pro-DC guy. If anything, I've grown up preferring DC characters, DC writers, and so forth. It's kind of like having a sports team. They may not do well, you support them, at the same time, you're going to be critical of them. And when you care for something, you put so much time in it. You put years into it. And I can even say, in my case, I've put decades into DC Comics, reading the books, following them, getting involved with them to the point where, you know what, hey, I've given them some characters in the past. Self-plug, Suicide Squad, Jeffrey Sherwood, thank you. So it's kind of one of those things where you have to criticize something you love so much when it's not up to your expectations. And what I mean by that was, I grew up during the really bad years of comic books. I mean, some of the stuff from the 70s was just, you know, most of the kids I knew were into the Marvel comics because they were cooler and, you know, but I just couldn't get into it. To me, for example, the Neil Adams Green Lantern series, I mean, Speedy's doing heroin, there's issues with race, that was writing, that changed the way people thought. You know, the original Constantine series, the old Sandman series, Swamp Thing, even Crisis on Infinite Earths was like, wow, this is well written, well thought of, this is storytelling. So yes, I seem to be a bit more critical of the DC Comics. That's only because I care for the DC Comics more than I care for the other companies. I mean, if I didn't like it, would I be buying DC? No, I like DC. And I'm one of those people, I'm just hoping that, yes, there's some bizarre, twisted, evil master plan that will fix things. I have my own ideas how to fix things, but, you know, I actually like DC. So, think of it as, how can I put it this way? Constructive criticism. So that's it for my editorial. So we're going to start off with DC. What a shock. And Mad Montreal goes looking at her hand and her feet. What the heck for?
Oh, no.
Yes, you have big toes.
Well, my fingers fell off.
Yes, her fingers fell off. She's got plastic, folks. All right, so we'll start off with the classic logo, DC Universe Online. Probably the best one of the series so far. I know it sounds weird, but this game-based book has been a pretty good read. Now, I had a hard time picking cover of the week this week. Part of it in cause is because I don't like the new logo and the big strip across the top. But I am giving it to this DC book. It is the cover of the week I thought was the best, which represents the book itself. And it's also a series I used to read I actually like. They're bringing back Night Force. This is going to be a sleeper hit. I liked it. Okay. Disappointing DC book this week, Green Arrow. Yeah, new art team. Really, not to sound mean, but I just want to show you one panel here, just to show you that, what the heck is going on? Really? It's like giant head, small hands. Ugh. Okay, whatever. I'm not too impressed with the way Green Arrow's gone with this new 52. It's losing me. Alright. from the Vertigo line, a spin-off of Fables. Actually, a really fun cover. I actually enjoyed the read. It's a fun book. Fairest. And no, it's not a chick book, okay? Best interior artwork this week. Blow your mind away artwork. I mean, I'll do a Kramer. Swamp Thing. This is right. Regular read, Green Lantern. It was, whatever. So it's okay. They're canceling this book. I enjoy it, but they're canceling it. But it was still a fun read. OMAC. And wait. One of the books I said that really sucked, how'd they make it good? Well, Batwing. They have all the bad characters in Batwing this week, forcing me to buy it. Alright, Static Shock. Something they could have done so much better with. It's on the chopping block, as we all know. It was fun, but not too great. Almost mind-blowing artwork this week, Animal Man. Once again, a good series. Detective. Standard. I mean, it's Batman. How can you go wrong with a decent Batman story? You can't. Nice cover. Artwork was not the best for this series, and I've been enjoying this series. It wasn't the best issue they've done, but Man of War, still a good read. And you know what's on the chopping block as well. But they replaced it with a combat book anyway, so it's kind of like the same thing. Okay, I've been critical of Action Comics because they're doing a retelling of Superman's origins and so forth. However, I give it a little bit of props this issue. Not too much, but a little bit of props on explaining the uniform. Nice little touch. But I still think we don't need to have another origin story. Stormwatch. Look, it's a Justice League wannabe. Okay. And speaking of Justice League International, I like Booster Gold, but I'm going to be mean. This is a spoiler for people out there. I got bad news for you. Okay, last page. Batwing. It's not that I don't like the Batwing character, but they could have designed it better, done it better. It's a guy in a suit. Let's think for a second. What other company has a guy who wears a suit who gave a suit to a guy who was black? I'm going to give you a little hint here. Okay, not too original. They could have done something different. Alright, the Huntress miniseries. I've been enjoying it. However, I was under the impression this was the Huntress that we knew. But they said, because as you know, World's Finest is coming out with Power Girl and the Huntress as a team up, but they're from a different Earth 2. So, Earth 2, as we know, used to have, Batman and Catwoman's daughter's the Huntress. We thought this was the Huntress we knew. Spoiler alert, at the end, they're talking about the World's Finest with the Power Girl showing up. The one that's going to be in the thing. So was this Batman's daughter? Or continuity issues? That's my problem. So that's it for DC. Like I said, I love the characters. I'm just hoping that someone at DC will say, hey, we have to stop thinking about just short-term marketing, which is working, and think back long-term. Please, think long-term. Alright, Marvels. Thor to the Flying Saga. I think people buy this because they just buy Thor. It's not the best series they've done with Thor yet. Hulk, the artwork got better this week. Yay! Artwork actually improved. Good. Avengers Academy. Please cancel. Yes, The Runaways. Mad Montreal Girl is so happy because she's a Runaways fan.
No, because they ended it at such a cliffhanger. They're like, oh, you're not going to leave us like this. And then he's on the table dying. I was like, God damn it.
You see, there are girls who buy comic books. Hard to believe.
So
Alright, I know a lot of people on RX were actually making a big deal out of this. Said that I was going to buy this. And they were like, oh, what? You're going to buy that? But yeah, I did. I bought it. Okay? I've told people I've liked these kind of X-Men stories. You don't have to buy 20 books to pick it up. And it actually was a good read. I liked the twist. It's a what-if type story, sort of. But I enjoyed it. Artwork wasn't as good as I was hoping, but it was actually a fun, good X-Men read. Double plug. Okay, one of the books I've been enjoying from Marvel lately all along. Disappointing the cover this week. The cover is kind of off. But Fear Itself, The Fearless, beautiful internal artwork. Probably one of the best reads from Marvel for consistency. I liked it. Winter Soldier! Good storyline. Artwork still kind of leaves me going, I got a bit of a headache. Okay. And just to be nice, I'm going to give a Marvel comic book cover of the week. Story wasn't that great, but actually did like the cover. Avengers Children's Crusade, the last issue. Story-wise, I might have done a few things differently, but that's just... Alright, Villains for Hire number 4. It's over. Yay.
They're all dead.
I wish. Oh. Right. Fun read from Marvel, and the last Marvel I will talk about, Defenders. I don't know, quirky, it's fun, it's consistent. It has a bit of the camp of the old Defender series, but my only beef with Marvel, and in some ways this goes back to me always liking DC for the storylines. I used to like Marvel for the better artwork, because Marvel for the longest time outdid DC with the artwork on a regular basis. But this kind of rough style is starting to kill me. I mean, I don't mind when I'm reading books from Vertigo or Independence that have that rough style, but you want to read Marvel comic books. You want that, fun style, that, clean, crisp, Romita style, the fun stuff you got used to. This rough stuff is kind of like, man, they're saving some money, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Deep breath. Independence. Boyhood hero of mine. I enjoy it. Lone Ranger. If you're not into Westerns, you probably won't get into this series as much. Even from a Western standpoint, it's predictable. Okay, I've been saying all along, if you like Mouse Guard, this is a dark version of Mouse Guard. I could see this being made into a movie. It'd be a dark movie, but I've actually been enjoying this series a lot. Mad Montreal Girl loves this series. Mice Templars. Beautiful artwork, consistent every issue. I've yet to have a bad issue with this. So if you haven't picked it up, this is what I recommend you think twice about and go take a look at it. I know it's mice and it's not superheroes, but it's actually well written. And of course, I don't know why I really buy these books. It's a childhood thing, but I enjoy the guilty pleasure. Captain Victory. The Kirby stuff. Artwork's not great, story's not great. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of like the Valiant stuff's coming back. I know, Valiant's coming back again. See, I didn't clap my hands that time. Yay! And I'm trying not to yell, even though I want to sometimes. Valiant's coming back. We'll have to wait and see. Valiant was one of those comic book companies, for those who don't know, who did a whole bunch of stuff going back many years now. Some of it was kind of interesting. Some of it was kind of like, what the heck are they thinking? So we'll have to see what they do this time. They had some good characters, but some really horrible writing. It's kind of like when Dark Horse went and did their superhero line. Oy. See, some stuff should be brought back, some stuff should not. On that note, go to RX, check it out, you'll like the place. And as a spoiler, just for a hint, in the next couple of days you'll be seeing a little undercover video I shot at RX. They didn't know I was filming. It's going to be called The Real Comic Book Men, so I hope you get a kick out of it. It's going to be the first video, okay, here's a shocker. It's going to be the first video where we're actually going to do some cut editing. Mad Montreal Girl wants to do this. She wants to cut it up to make it a bit shorter because, you could spend quite a while at RX when you go in. So we're going to cut it down to a smaller size so we're going to have some editing, actual real cutting going on. So I hope you enjoy it. It's not my style, but something for Mad Montreal Girl. Mad Montreal Girl's a girl. Yeah, she's gonna girl it up. Isn't that wonderful? She's gonna give it her special editing touch. So, like I said, check it out. It'll be up probably by the weekend. And also, self-plugging time again. Mad Montreal Man Season 2 starts next week. Yep, we're taking our breaks over. We're coming back. We're filming a whole bunch of stuff. For you fans at RX Comics, please visit my YouTube site. There's stuff that you guys will not see on the RX page. That's on the YouTube channel. And for my YouTube channel as well, you see everything anyway. But check out RX's page because they have other people doing stuff too. Yeah, they have another guy doing reviews, Sam, my boy, who's gone to see John Carter Ward tonight. Nick is also a fantastic guy. Nick does a lot of the Facebook stuff and the typing and actual print reviews for RX. So, hey, back and forth, check it out. RX people, go to Mad Montreal Man. Mad Montreal Man people, check out RX. But then again, you guys should really be getting a life and actually going down to the store.
Life. No need for life. Internet. No life.
This is the problem with the youth of today. It's all on the internet.
Internet, no life.
Alright, go home now. Go sleep, turn off your computers, read your books, go to RX, go shopping. What do I need? I need more toys.
Me too.
I need more toys. Yes, more toys. More toys. I need more movies. I need more comic books.
Speaking of movies.
Speaking of movies.
That anime thing that you're talking about.
Which anime thing? Oh!
60 videos of Chinese anime.
Yes. Okay, shocking news for you folks. Aaron has got almost all the Gears of War comic books that I need. He doesn't want the trade. So I'm willing to up the deal. For every Gears of War comic book I get, especially the 2 that I'm missing, I will give you 3 of those DVDs. He says, no, I'm going to have to bring them down to RX and he'll sell them, and someone's going to buy them. That's the scary part. Okay, apart from that, small quick review. Justice League Legion of Doom came out on DVD. If you didn't pick it up, you should. It was actually a very good Justice League animated video. In some ways, it's actually sometimes more fun than reading the stuff that they're doing now. They had all the great voices. It was actually a really good DVD. WB and DC do good cartoons. I give them props for that. For that. I hunger. Alright, this is going to be too long. I know you guys love my long videos. Well, you know what? I care about you, so we'll end it right now.